Alright, so my very first anti-haul. Let's get this started. So anti-hauls are a way that YouTubers who do a lot of makeup content, like me, talk about makeup that they don't want, they don't need, and why they don't need it. So, first things first, I'm going to just anti-haul everything New Year's, or New Year's and Lunar New Year, because none of it's exactly special. Alright, I am getting the Colourpop stuff, but that's because the white tea face milk, white tea does a lot for my face. I have a lot of redness issues, and tea can act as a toner, and it just feels really good on me. It's soothing. I like it as a skincare item, and I think that the Super Shock Cheek Duo is super cute, and I really like their Super Shock formula. So I'm getting that. I'm not getting the Liquid Lux lipsticks because I'm happy with the reds that I have right now, and I don't particularly like liquid lipsticks. I hear really good things about the Liquid Lux lipsticks, but I still feel like that liquid lipsticks are really uncomfortable no matter what you do with them, so I only really do it if I want to do like a super unique color. So the ones I'm definitely not buying is Becca is doing a super cute Year of the Rat highlighter. I'm turning 24 this year, so this means that, this is, like my year or whatever, and this is cute, but it's also like Becca's highlighters are in the range of $35, and I'm not paying $35 for a single highlighter unless it's for the Cleona Cosmetics sale that's happening next month, which I'm going to go ham on because I'm going to talk about it later on, but it's very special. They look very special, but this Becca one just looks like a basic pearly highlighter, and I have basic pearly highlighters, and if I want to do a basic pearly highlighter, I usually do 6 because they're really easy to use and they really accomplish the whole dewy vibe that, Becca's highlighters are supposed to accomplish, so I'm good with that. Too Faced is also doing a Lunar New Year, Year of the Rat thing where they just take their diamond highlighter, or whatever they call it, and put a little rat on it, and I'm not really interested in that. Again, $35 for a highlighter. I did buy something from Too Faced though, because it was on sale to get for $12 for like a Better Than Sex mascara, a full-size lip gloss, and a full-sized strawberry blush, which I was actually thinking of buying for like 6 months. So, that's something that that I actually got on sale that I'm really excited for, but I don't need this. And then Clinique is also doing a little thing, but theirs is $26, and their highlighters are like this big. It's not worth it for $26. So I'm just staying away from most New Year's things. Also, Fenty is doing a Lunar New Year bundle. This has the Mean Money and Hustle Baby duo and the Uncensored Red lip paint, or whatever they call it. I am thinking of eventually getting one of the highlights from Fenty, and it might be, I'm thinking of it being their, like, pink and blue one that's meant for lighter skin tones, or Mean Money Hustler Baby, but I don't want the Uncensored Red lip paint, so if I ever want it, I'll just buy the Kilowatt on its own. Fenty is also coming out with some snap shadows, and these are like mini palettes of 6 eyeshadows that you can connect them together magnetically, and I think that's a cool gimmick, but the problem is, for 6 shadows, it's $25. And the color stories are nothing that I already don't have, so I don't need it. The only one that interested me is the Cool Neutrals one, but I already have Lilac You a Lot, which accomplishes a lot of the same vibes. The only thing that interested me in that one was the purple, but I already have this purple, so I'm good on that. Menagerie is personally attacking me by doing a full restock of Violet ink after it sold out in 2 hours on Black Friday. I was so excited to get it because purple eyeshadow is something that I have a horrifying amount of because I love purple eyeshadow so much, and I didn't get it, and instead I got the Ace Beauté. Instead of that, I got the Shroud Cosmetics singles, which I absolutely adore, and I also have this Ace Beauté Paradise Fallen palette whenever it was $20 on sale. Thankfully, I didn't have to spend the full $35 on it, but I would have. But, yeah, I don't need the Violet Ink Micro Palette if I ever do buy anything from Menagerie Cosmetics. I know that they're doing a build your own palette full option, and I'm going to try and recreate the Dragon Child palette that they discontinued, but they still have most of the shades except for 2 of the really cool grungy purple shades that I really admired, but I'm pretty sure I can sub them out with 2 of their normal purple mattes, so I don't need the Menagerie Violet Ink palette, and it hurts me to say, and you know what, I honestly might renege on me saying that I don't need it because it's so pretty. I'm such a goblin about purple eyeshadow. I love it so much. I have so much of it. I made that video back in September about how much purple eyeshadow I have, and I have even more now. I won't say it's a problem because I use it a lot. Usually whenever I do eyeshadow, it's going to be purple because I love it. So Milani for the holidays came out with these 4 palettes. I think that if your drugstore doesn't have good eyeshadow, there are a lot of affordable brands that have really good eyeshadow, like Juvias Place and BH Cosmetics and Colourpop. But when you're physically in the drugstore, I don't know what it is, but I've never had a drugstore brand and liked their eyeshadow. I don't like e.l.f.'s eyeshadow formula. It's worth the $10 that you pay for a palette, but it's not something that's good. And it's worth it, but it's not actively bad, so I'd just rather spend $2 more and get a Colourpop palette, which is actively really good. I really like Juvia's Place, I really like BH Cosmetics stuff, but I don't, and Milani is kind of hit and miss for me. I really like their blushes, but their foundation, I'm trying to pan it, and it's just not really good. I do want to finish panning it because that's my Radiant foundation, and I want to get a different dewy foundation, so I'm just trying to get my way through it, and I don't like it, so I'm not sure how well these Milani ones would perform. I do have a friend in another server who is really eyeing up this pastel one, which does look cute, and I was, for a hot minute, looking at this kind of purple tone one, and it is cute, but I have enough shimmers, and, well, I'd really rather there be a better balance between shimmers and mattes. I don't like it whenever there's, a full 19 pan palette and 3 shimmers, like the Moira Cosmetics, one of the Moira Cosmetics palettes that I have, but I also don't want a palette to be, 15 pans and 3 mattes. You still need a balancer so you can get a diversity of looks, and I don't think you can get a very big diversity of looks with these palettes. Even though they're cute, they're $20, and for $18, or, is this 18 or 16? For $18 or $16, I'm pretty sure it's 16, you can get the Whatever palette, which delivers some of the vibes of one of the other ones. any other full-size Colourpop palette, so I don't need it. Kesha Rose, the motherfucking woman. I really like Kesha, and this palette is really cute, but I don't see myself using it very often. I love Kesha so much. Praying Makes Me Cry. Woman is like one of the best songs ever. Straight Right White Rich Men slaps. And her old stuff, I'm not sure what her attitude is on her really old music that was made whenever she was, under the influence of an abuser. But I really like Kesha, but I don't see myself using this, so I'm not gonna buy it. And I'm just gonna stream her music, because she deserves it. I haven't even seen the inside of this yet, but Glamlight is making a cake palette. I've heard wildly varying reviews on their palettes. Voldemort did a video on the pizza palette, which made it blow up, but because he apparently loved it. He apparently loved it, but also I don't trust his attitude, because he likes Morphe eyeshadow, and also he's a racist, so I'm not going to take his opinion as valid with anything. Alexis Brianna, who's another YouTuber that I really enjoy her stuff on, she did a review on the Burger palette, and she really liked it, but I don't vibe with that palette, and I've also seen other reviews that it's bad. Same with the Taco palette. Julia Mazzucato, who is a YouTuber who I really like, and I really trust her opinions on eyeshadow, because she wears a lot of it like me, but she said that it's really bad, so I'm not going to trust Glamlight with their quality as it is, so I'm just not gonna vibe with it. Also, in general, I'm not going to buy any more rainbow palettes. I have enough. I have this piece of shit, which I'm going to definitely be decluttering. I won't even give it away. This thing is so bad. Like, these shimmers are trash garbage. Like, what the hell? I will take any opportunity to rag on the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Never buy this. So, I'm not even going to, give this to someone. I'm just going to throw away because it's really bad. And I bought this in August. It should not be acting expired. So, I also have, the Juvias Place Zulu and Warrior 3 palettes, and the Afrique palette, and altogether, they service my rainbow needs. I don't need any more rainbow palettes, but a lot of indie brands, I really try to support indie brands. I really like indie brands, but they do a lot of just straight up rainbow palettes, because a lot of mainstream brands don't do rainbow palettes. But just for once, I'd like to see some more indie brands go the way of Ace Boutte, who just came out with this stunning pair of grungy toned eyeshadow palettes, which I like, but I have those shades, but I do trust their formula, so if you're in the market for those shades. But I see so many rainbow eyeshadow palettes that you can just confuse them for each other, and I think that's kind of harmful to indie brands. I think you should come up with really creative ways to make colorful eyeshadow palettes that are curated, instead of just making a massive rainbow palette. Like I said, this is a nicely curated cool tone gray and brown and purple story, which I very much love. Or right here, this is what I have on my eyes right now, but this is a really neat green and orange palette, which is something I haven't seen before, but it's a perfect holiday palette, which I've been using a lot lately. So I kind of wish that they'd go more the route of that than just throwing every color at the wall. And also, I don't trust anyone to make yellow eyeshadow, but it doesn't matter because I don't wear yellow eyeshadow. Anyway, another thing, Smoky Glow is a YouTuber who I like. She is getting a collaboration with Midas Cosmetics. Here's the thing. I really want to like Midas Cosmetics. They've made some things that a lot of other people like the Flower Bomb palette, which is cute, but I don't wear a lot of pastels or just straight up brights like this. I usually like a grungier tone to my colors. They came out with this Lemonade palette, which I've heard really great things about, but I don't need it. The Honeycomb palette, I've heard great things about, but I don't like brights like that. I can't really see a cohesive color story. And this Halloween, they really hurt me because they came out with this The Wicked palette, which had this stunning outer packaging, and I fully had post notifications turned on for whenever they had like a full reveal of it. And then it came out and it was all reds and oranges and grays, and I have reds, oranges, and grays. So I didn't need it, and I've always been irritated because I want to support the brand, and I've never found something that encourages me to. So Smoky Glow is collaborating with this brand, and I don't think I'll get the eyeshadow palette because she tends to go for more neutral tones and berry tones, and I am good on my berry tones, and I don't wear neutrals a lot, so I don't need it. If I do like one of the glosses, I probably will buy a gloss from them because I heard they're pretty decent, but I'm just it's kind of disappointing whenever you want to push money into a brand, but then they refuse to make something that you like. And also, I like a lot of indie brands, which is doubly annoying. So now talking about some things that I will probably buy in 2020. First things first, Cleona Cosmetics is coming out with an entire... They're going on a site-wide sale, and I'm not sure how intense the sale will be. I'm going to skip over the stained glass collection because nothing in it really inspires me that much. The 66.5 Degrees North collection is stunning, but what really has me are the Deity Collection highlighters. They're so beautiful. I really like the ones with the mixed tones or the silvers. I've heard really good things about their highlighters, and they're already like $10 Canadian each, and if you had a sale on that, they'd be even more affordable. The entire brand is run by two sisters who make everything by hand. They formulate it themselves, they manufacture it themselves, they ship it themselves, so there's no, factory labor happening, there's no exploitation of workers, and it's all really pretty. Almost everything they make is almost an art piece, and I really want it. So that's something I'll probably get. Shroud Cosmetics really impressed me with their single eyeshadows that I've been using lately. So I'm going to get most of the rest of the singles of the Creepy Cute collection and also some of their shimmer singles because, oh mama, they're pretty. I can't talk about this brand without showing you how pretty they are. I'm just going to go into Enigma because it's just the prettiest shade I've ever owned and possibly ever will own. Look how stunning that is. No, this isn't Enigma. This is Sea of Ghosts. But it's so stunning. It performs so well on the eyes. It's so bright and reflective, and it's a little chunky, but it's also really pretty. And their mattes perform super well. I've never had a pastel purple perform quite like this. That's gorgeous. So I'm going to buy more singles from Shroud Cosmetics, and another brand that I've also been planning on purchasing from is Lethal Cosmetics. Has a 9-pan build-your-own palette, which brings the cost of a build-your-own palette from $60 down to $45. And I've heard that their mattes are absolutely stunning. I've never heard a bad thing about Lethal Cosmetics. They're a German indie brand, and I've been really interested in trying European makeup, so in European indie brands. Like, I'm kind of tempted on buying something from Noblet now that they're stocked in Morphe. Morphe's disgusting, but they're a good retailer, I guess. But those are some of the things I'm planning on purchasing in the new year. I like to talk about smaller indie brands because, like I said, these are, creators and not, these are like, oh, also the Likely Makeup Fairy Blush Palette. I passed on the Clown Blush Palette because I already have eyeshadows that look like that. But this Fairy Blush Palette, though, I love purple blush. I love how teal blush looks on me. I love the peach that she picked out, and I also might get some lashes from them. So that's some of the stuff that I'm planning on picking up in the new year, along with, my healthy dose of negativity towards brands who just shit stuff out, and Kesha, who I really believe put a lot of effort into her stuff, and I just didn't vibe with it, and Menagerie, who just burned me on the restock too many times to the point that I decided I didn't need anymore. Alright, I will see you next week, or later on this week. I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but bye!